The partition of India and Pakistan in 1947 led to one of the largest known mass migrations in human history, with millions of Hindus, Sikhs and Muslims displaced from their homelands.
The unprecedented scale of the violence and migration took the new leaders and the British by surprise.
Muslims made their way to Pakistan, while the Hindus and Sikhs in the direction of India. It is said that over 1 million people were killed during the period, leaving behind a trail of death and destruction.
Many of our family members were killed in the massacres in Muzaffarabad, and that's the story that's there deep inside us.
Amardeep Singh tells us that during the period, his distant aunt, who was about 4.5 years old at that time, lost both her parents.
Yet humanity prevailed. She was adopted by a Muslim family. She has grown up as a Muslim because she did not have any parents. She was left there as everyone moved. She has grown up as a Muslim. In fact, I traced her in Rawalpindi and I had a meal with her. She, till the 4.5 years of age, was having a Sikh name called Jaswanti, but she is now called Noori. But she's 75 years now, and she's a devout Muslim. It's her life, but she yet remembers her past. So it is the way destiny unfolds for many.
Like Noori, many Sikhs, Hindus and Muslims alike may have similar stories when their families were either separated or killed during the period. They were not only forced to leave their homes, but also their legacies. 7 decades later, fueled by a desire to connect with his father's homeland, Amardeep left his corporate job and went to Pakistan in 2014 to trace their footprints.
This is the remains of the Kot Fateh Khan Gurdwara, which has definitely been made in the British era because the big sizes are thicker out here. I went in for a personal quest to see my father's place, bring back some soil from there. And when I landed in Pakistan, the doors opened. 5 days suddenly translated into 50 days. I didn't come back. I resigned from my job because what was happening was, to me, very clear that it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity being thrust on me. Once again, either I do it and I walk the path, or I walk away from it and do a job which I don't like to do. So I have not left any career. I've just transformed my career.
Little did Amardeep realize this personal journey would become his quest to search the remnants of the Sikh heritage in Pakistan. In 2014, he explored 36 cities and villages, and 3 years thereafter, he went back again, visiting 90 cities and villages, capturing centuries-old Sikh heritage, gurdwaras or places of worship, and historic monuments. It was during this trip he found his aunt, Noori.
But what I came back with it now was more profound, because now you had gone deeper inside the surface. You'd gone into areas where probably no one else will be able to go again. There was no looking back. This was not about money. This was not about sustainability. This was about a narrative that has to be given to the world, because it has to be documented for posterity, period.
Amardeep documented his findings into 2 books for the Sikh community around the world. Amardeep says the Sikh heritage in Pakistan was not only confined to just 3 functional gurdwaras, but one has to see and experience them beyond.
Where are the footprints of the community 7 decades after partition? Is my community Was my community so incompetent that they only made 3 shrines where they are allowed to go in? Or are the glorious chapters that churned in these lands, 80% of which fell into Pakistan, are those footprints yet standing? And if they are, how they are standing? Those are the 2 questions that I wanted to answer, and I went into Pakistan. And when I came back, after my first trip, which was in October 2014, there was no looking back.
Getting to some of these places was no easy task, but Amardeep says he was swarmed by the reception given by the Pakistanis.
I've had no problems. I've only experienced love in Pakistan. Wherever I've gone, I've only experienced love and affection.
क्या हाल है जी? ठीक ठाक? अल्लाह का शुक्र है। की नाम है ਤੁਹਾਡਾ? अब्दुल मजीद। बहुत चंगा लगा। मेरा अमरदीप है मेरा नाम।
And I wish we start rising up and seeing the world with that same positivity, because that's what will come back to you also.
Amardeep has gone around the world to speak about his work, hoping to inspire the Sikh community to work with the Pakistani government to preserve these heritage sites.
If World Bank and UNESCO can invest heavily in Angkor Wat in other places, then why is it that the Sikh heritage, which only is present in ruins though, but in the most beautiful forms, yet in Pakistan, there's a beautiful potential of making it the Angkor Wat of the Sikhs. And if we can pick up 10 or 15 places and restore them in the manner that our forefathers left, you've got a heritage circuit out here. Now, whether it will happen in my lifetime or not, I don't know. But the seeds are in the right direction.
It is a journey that we are starting today on the footsteps of Baba Nanak in Afghanistan, and how to achieve them.
Find it very inspiring, right? And it goes back to history, to our forefathers and so on and so forth. And I strongly feel that this effort really is a tremendous effort put up by Veerji.
The stories he tells are very human stories that you can connect with regardless of your background, which is why I felt Amardeep's work over the years has played such a critical role, because he's helped so many across Pakistan address this information gap.
The information that I've gathered from these books is really very, very important and need to be spread to our Sikh brothers and sisters all over the world.